are live in Madrid for the final of the men's singles. Now, many people think this is the big one. I have a bit of sympathy with that perspective. I've got with me Kevin Han, who was born in China, moved to the States, played badminton for the States in several Olympic Games. Privileged to have him here because he's got the inside track on a lot of the things that are happening in the Chinese camp. Kevin Han, welcome.
Thank you, John. Glad to be here with you again.
Right, come on, we've got the players coming on to court in just a couple of moments. They will have the big introduction, the big lights and the razzmatazz. Bao Chun Lai and Lin Dan, what do you think?
Well, I mean, those two guys are friends. Obviously, they grew up in the same time and they play the juniors together. And this could be a rematch of the World Juniors semifinals in 2001. Here comes the Bao Chun Lai, standing at 190 centimeters tall. Very, very tall player.
That's big, that's big. Chun Lai then with the red top, and there's the Chinese support crowd. They've come all the way from China for these World Championships. There's a lot of them here in this stadium, Palacio de Deportes. And here is the number 2 in the world. I said he's the number 1 for many, many matches that I've commentated on this year. But number 2 in the world, but he is determined now, and I think he's probably got the psychological advantage over his opponent. He has won 8 times out of 12 meetings as Lin Dan. There he is, and by golly, he has got every kind of possible play in the book. He is fit, he's agile, he has a wonderful brain for badminton, and I tell you, it's going to be superb. Right, so Bao Chun Lai, he is really going to be up against it here. He did everyone a favor by beating Lee Hyun-il and also Lee Chong-wei earlier, so he's got a couple of big scalps to his name already in this tournament. But they will come out and just have a few moments of warm-up. They have warmed up already, and it's interesting because I was out in the area just in front of the stadium at about 10 o'clock this morning. It's now about 5 hours later, and Lin Dan was just wandering along with his earplugs there, listening to some music, just as if he was out on a regular day. Let's have a look then at Chun Lai, Bao Chun Lai, at 23 years old, ranked 8th in the world. He has performed wonderfully well this tournament. They're both left-handers. Look at him, he looks very youthful, but I tell you, he's a very resilient player as well. Here is the number 2 in the world. Again, age 23, got lots and lots of seasons left in him. Look at Lin Dan then, the Korean Open, the Hong Kong Open winner, Macau Open winner, Chinese Taipei winner, All England winner, and look at that, the Uber Cup, in fact, it was Thomas Cup in Japan. Uber Cup is, of course, for ladies. But they are coached by Yong Bo, and he won't be there because it's two Chinese players, and he's way out in the corner. We can see him there. Here's our umpire for this singles match. It's Jane Hancock of England and Niels Mortensen assisting her at the service judge.
Ladies and welcome, Lin Dan is also 23 years of age. He's season 2 here in
Well, let's just have a look how these guys got here. There we go. Chun Lai, well, easy in the first, easy in the second, fairly easy in the third as well, but 21-19. And then the next page, please. Here we go. Quarterfinals was brilliant. He beat the number 1 seed in the world, the number 1 player, Lee Chong-wei. It was fantastic badminton. Wonderful victory there. And then against the Korean, he had a little bit more going for him. And that was fantastic. Lin Dan, on the other hand, had a bye. He had a fairly easy time against the Canadian. The Korean, he also had it all his own way. Just 2 games in each. The only time he was really threatened was by his compatriot Chen Hong in the semi-finals, and then it went to 14 in the third. Let's have a look at who's won the singles tournament before. Last year it was Taufik Hidayat of Indonesia in Anaheim, and then in 2003 it was China again. So it's going to be China this time round because we've got both players from that wonderful badminton nation. It's Lin Dan on the right of screen in the green top. There he is against Bao Chunlai. It's 8-4 in terms of head-to-heads in favour of Lin Dan, and I should be hugely surprised if that last meeting at 15-10, this is the old scoring system, of course, don't forget it's 21 points we're going for. 15-10, 15-4, that was an easy win, that was the last time out, and I've no doubt at all Lin Dan will think he can do it again. It's going to be service in just a couple of moments to Bao Chunlai to start it.
Lin Dan, China.
Kevin, your boys, what do you think?
Well, I think definitely Lin Dan, you know, if I may make a prediction, it's going to be Lin Dan today, because Lin Dan had his hardest match yesterday against Chen Hong. He was really sure losing that match, but somehow came back. When he won it, it was like wasn't like a really celebration. It was like a sign of relief, like just like the English match we witnessed earlier.
Love.
Okay, on with the play. It's 1-love to Bao. First big hit. We'll get a speed on that in a while. But he really has got a powerful, powerful hit. Look at that, 301. That's the first smash we've seen. That means he has to have been warmed up really, really well outside.
Va a ir un campeón del mundo y aquí, esta pista, va a salir un campeón del mundo. Fue subcampeón el año pasado, Lin Dan.
And that's a lovely drop shot, beautifully disguised. It looked as if it was going to be dropped down, right down on that forehand side. It was the left-hander, just closed the racket face, dropped it beautifully there. Centimetre perfect. 2-1. Well, the interesting thing is, Kevin, that you just pointed out that the Chinese coach is actually sitting in the commentary booth right next to us.
Right next to you, Joe.
Didn't notice him.
Yep. He's probably doing some TV work for CCTV, for of the main channel in China.
That's Li Yongbo.
3-1.
I mean, you went to the States a long time ago, but you obviously keep your friendships from China days?
Absolutely. I mean, Linda and Bao Chunlai are much younger than me. So when I was playing, it was Dong Zhong, Sun Jing, those guys. So we became very good friends. So once you're born in China, your roots there, so it's hard to get rid of it.
Why would you want to get rid of it? I tell you, it's the most up-and-coming nation on the planet.
Absolutely, very proud to be born and raised in China.
3-2 or 2-3 now with Lin Dan serve.
I must admire Linda's hairstyle. I don't know how much time does he spend to do his hair before he comes over to play this match.
Now check this out. Is it meant or is it? I guess it is. You should know this. Modern youth.
Absolutely.
Too quick. Anticipation, everything. That's why he was number one for so long. He's won everything.